All right, hi everyone. Welcome to this episode of MBA Reacts, pursuing an MBA as an entrepreneur. I'm Laksh. I have been building a startup before pursuing my MBA at NUS, based out of Delhi, India. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi guys, I'm
Perfect.
Akhila. Even before my MBA, I was an entrepreneur, and I have an F&B brand which is basically focused on nutritious food and cold pressed juices in India. And we are right now operating 3 outlets, and then we are expanding it this year. So yeah.
Right. So let me introduce myself. I'm Yuto from the 2025 intake full-time student. And let me introduce my career as well. My career started in Japan at Mizuho Bank, which is one of the biggest bank in Japan. Then after that, I moved to Edutech startup company as a business development lead. So what I did in the company was like launching the new initiatives, and which really sparks my entrepreneurship mind. So I'm not a founder, but I used to work at the startup company. Yes.
I see. I see.
Amazing.
So, amongst us all entrepreneurs here, right, I feel like I would want to talk about the elephant in the room, so to speak, which is so why the MBA as an entrepreneur, right?
Yeah. Generally speaking, people said we don't need to have an MBA
Mhm.
to pursue that entrepreneurship, right?
Yeah.
So for me, as I said, I used to work at a startup company, right? That my previous company established Singapore branch in 3 years ago to expand our business into Asian market.
Mhm.
So our company is making application for mainly university students to help memorize the vocabulary. It's like a Japanese version of Duolingo.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes. But it's really hard for us to find the right person to expand our business. Our client should be the school, the public school, private school.
Uh-huh.
So we need one right person to connect with that schools, right? But it's so hard to find that kind of person. That's why I felt like I need to go to the Singapore or Asia at least to get the network. That's one of the biggest purpose that I press for MBA.
I see, I see.
Yeah.
So Yuto's main purpose here is to talk with people.
Network.
Yeah,
Network.
network is important. Oops.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
For me, I don't have any business education background. I come from tech. I've done my computer science, and so when I had this raw idea of doing something on my own, and me and my co-founder were very passionate about, in general, nutritious food.
Okay.
So we were just out, and then we were like, okay, I don't find anything healthy which is quick service,
Mhm.
like not like a QSR brand which is actually quite healthy.
Yeah.
That's when this idea popped up, and then we were like, okay, let's do something about it. And so I had no experience either in the F&B industry or as well as any formal business education. I just dived deep and right into it without anything.
Yeah.
And then yeah, it was quite a journey, to be very honest. A lot of setbacks, but then learned it in a very practical way.
Mhm.
So and then 1 year getting into it, and then I felt okay. I think I need to take a stop, and then
Okay.
maybe pursue something more formal,
Yeah.
so that I get a more broader perspective.
Mhm.
That's my whole purpose of it.
I see,
Oh,
I see. I feel like that resonates with me a lot. I have also been building in the FMCG space, right? So maybe you would want to consider using our startup services. So we've been sampling for we've been executing product sampling campaigns, basically distributing free samples for brands, and I felt like this could be something that could really benefit from a global perspective, like a global scale, understanding how really companies work at scale and not in just a localized manner, not chasing revenues of 1 CR or something like that, really making it big, right? That's what I felt like an MBA would help me reach. So but still an advertisement about the startup.
So what FMCG products do you work on?
We were working with all of your larger enterprises in the industry, right? So let's say HUL, Nestle, P&G. These were our clients. L'Oreal in the beauty segment. Basically, just executing high ROI product sampling campaigns. The idea was to automate this typically traditional marketing activity, right? Typically, it's not really data driven. There's very high pilferage. We were tackling all those gaps and trying to fix that.
Oh.
Yes.
So that was the idea. But I'm not too sure if this MBA is still a step in the right direction. I guess we'll soon find out.
Mhm.
What about you? You think that this journey so far has been really fruitful?
Yeah, I would say yes. Because, as long as I live in Japan, I work in Japan, I didn't see you guys everywhere. I didn't see that, Japan, it's very, say, the foreign people, right? Basically, Japanese people speak Japanese.
Mm.
And they don't speak to Asian and foreign people in Japan as well. So
Mhm.
there's no chance to work the company in different countries as well,
Mm.
right? So I'm really useful. I feel this is really useful for me to expand my network into the Asian countries. So that's really useful for me.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You're currently working at NUS Enterprise as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah. How's that?
Interning, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Yeah, sure. But how's that going?
I mean, yeah, that's really also useful for me. The NUS Enterprise, what I did in NUS Enterprise is about creating the acceleration program for startup company. So let me explain about it. So
Mhm.
I am the bridge between Japanese startup company and also Singapore company as well. So some Japanese startup company try to penetrate in Asian market. The Singapore should be the hub in Asian business, right?
Mhm.
Then I'm the bridge. Then I'm gonna create the opportunity for that startup company in Japan to connect with the Singapore company. Then they can expand the business into Singapore at least.
Oh.
So what I did is like making the acceleration program for them.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. So is the acceleration program already kind of complete, or are you still working on it?
I'm still working on it. At that point was clearly that I suffered from when I used to work at the startup company because as I said I try to find the right person, right company to expand a business, but it couldn't, right?
Yeah.
So I can be a bridge between them.
I see. I see.
Oh wow, it actually really resonates with your whole purpose of coming to Singapore, right? Like,
Yes.
I think this internship,
Yeah.
is like a full circle, right?
Right. Yes,
Amazing,
that's
you're
right.
at the right place.
Absolutely.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's great clarity. I feel like something I'm lacking for sure. But there's takeaways for sure. I would say
Yeah.
there's definite takeaways. Just even one semester in, I feel like there's great takeaways already. Meeting people, right? Meeting really experienced folks. We have some great people in our cohort, and even the alums.
Mhm.
But B also, I was someone who really would never have imagined that a classroom could help me as an entrepreneur. Right? It's always like you said, go attack it head on, learn on the spot, learn on the job, on the go. Right? But surprisingly, there are a lot of frameworks. There's a lot of classes. There's a lot of professors here that really make it so that you can have an immersive experience.
Mhm.
Definitely.
So.
I think I've seen quite a shift from my pre-MBA to my post-MBA thought process as well. Like, I mean, I was just surprised recently because we were just semester one in, and then like I feel there is a lot of takeaways as well, especially from the ops class. I love it.
Ops class, yeah.
Yes,
Ops class.
that's my personal favorite. I think I make the most out of it as an entrepreneur.
Absolutely.
Because every case study was like helping me tying it back to my business.
Yeah.
Because like one beautiful takeaway for me was that how even like the small inefficiencies like eventually compound and become very big in the end when you're scaling them. I think that's a very huge thing for me because pre-MBA I was like as entrepreneurs we have a lot of stuff to do. So we mostly tend to miss on the tiny bits, like tiny flaws.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, let's keep that aside. I have a bigger thing to do right now. But then I feel like when we keep ignoring those are the ones that actually compound and become very big when we're trying to scale. So I think that was like a amazing takeaway for me, like from sem one.
Yeah, I pretty much agree.
Yeah. I really agree with that. When I used to work at the startup company, I had to create the output a lot, but I don't have enough time to input.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this was just something we were just talking about as well, right? There's so much going on all the time in our heads. It's important to kind of take a step back and really allow ourselves to think.
Yes.
Just think, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Like,
Right.
so, Akila, you're currently managing your own business along with pursuing the MBA. How do you do that?
Yes, I mean it's good as of now. It's
I sense
def-
hesitation.
no,
Schedule will
definitely.
be hectic for you, right?
Because I mean, I've not taken a break from my business as well because it's hard to take a break
Yes.
as entrepreneurs. So I think, but the thing is, sometimes it gets too heavy because you don't know when what is coming. The requirement is very spontaneous,
Yeah.
so it's not scheduled. So I mean, sometimes I might be in class and there's like an urgent requirement and then I have to take it up. So days like that are there.
Yeah.
But then I think one thing that really worked for me is that before my MBA, to be honest, I spent like 6 to 8 months roughly back in India. I resigned my job here and then I went back. I spent the 6 to 8 months there to build SOPs and proper systems. Me and my co-founder, because back then we were really taking it everything in. Like we were the one who were like in and out doing every single thing, and we realized that even if one day we were not there, things won't work out. So and then that was really alarming for us because at that point we also attended this one 5-day course by this amazing business coach called Rajiv Tareja. So I think like that was eye opening for both of us because he speaks about how your business should work for you and you shouldn't be working for your business. And I think after that we really put a lot of time to like come up with SOPs, proper trainings and systems in place so that even if when we are not there, things are just working by themselves. So I think that really helped me because prior to this I wasn't free at all. Like too much on my plate and juggling between my work, and that was not easy. So like my 6 to 8 months break right before my MBA really helped me in that sense. Right now it's pretty cool. I would say like unless something is really alarming, I don't step in. But then I'm like when we are expanding, looking for new outlets or doing like market research or all of this, I take care into. But then the rest of it, it's just going on itself.
That's pretty, I feel like that is where you would want to be
Yes.
as an MBA student candidate. I feel like that's definitely a great pace.
I'm very curious of one thing. How do you manage the time? Because in a startup company, you have to make a decision very quickly, but you have to do some assignment for MBA, right? So how do you manage your time?
I mean, to me, I prioritize.
Okay.
Which comes first. So if suppose my assignment is to be submitted today, then obviously my assignment, so the decision is like to be waited for.
I hope the co-founder is hearing this.
He's the first way, so he's like, you shouldn't have taken full-time MBA, you should have done it, because I was a part-time, I joined as a part-time and then I switched to full-time because I felt like I just wanted to get the most out of this. I didn't want to like have a full-time job, do my MBA as well as run a business simultaneously. I think after like just like 2 months, 2 weeks before the course starts, I just switched it to full-time. And then now most of the days I'm like, I'm so sorry, I have a club event, I'm so sorry, I have that, I'm sorry this, and then it's like, dude, you should have done it part-time, like why are you doing it full-time? You're not even giving us time for it. But then I mean, because for me I felt that I wanted to make the most out of this MBA. I didn't want it to be a part-timer, just come to school, get my assignments done and then go back. I also wanted to relive my student life so one last time. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this full time. I mean it is hard sometimes, definitely. But then we just switch roles because it's easier for us. I mean he takes up whenever I can't find time, and then
That's right.
Absolutely.
So we'd like to talk about the club activity as well.
Oh, definitely.
So Lakshan and I belong to an entrepreneurship club. That's pretty, insightful for me as well.
No, it is. I was just, while listening to Akila talk about how she spent this time, and one of the key learnings that she took was, how to structure her business such that if she's not there as the founder the next day, does it all collapse on its head? And super interesting, right? So the latest event that the Entrepreneurship Club did, Rahul was talking exactly about this. So Rahul was someone we got in as an external facilitator for the workshop that we were doing as a part of the club, and he is someone who was involved in scaling Uber from when Uber was very small. he was talking about exactly this. So in these through these sort of events, through these workshops, a lot of times you get that intense, quick insight into a real startup environment, into how the real world works, without having to go through that long journey, right? So in a way, this MBA is kind of almost letting us capsule our learning into a intense short period.
Yeah, that's right.
Very, very true, yes. Also, I think couple of like really good events by the Entrepreneur Club, to be very honest, like that I've been part of.
Oh yeah, I'll go on a full post about it.
Your turn now, show time.
I absolutely love the Onto Club, right? Yuto's gonna probably echo the sentiment. I feel like these clubs, they do not only, they're not just like learning mediums for us, but also forming lifelong bonds. I feel like I'm really close with the entire Onto Club, and we do not just plan events. We do a lot of, we hang out together a lot. We go for dinners, parties, everything. There's definitely a lot of experiences to be had. So yes, join the Entrepreneur Club. I would say, even to the upcoming batch, I would say that joining the Entrepreneur Club would be a great experience.
Yeah, that's right. So we can invite a lot of professional people under the name of the Entrepreneurship Club. Right? Then we can get a feedback from the professional people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's really good
Absolutely.
opportunity for us. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We've also seen this shift in the batch, right? In our cohort, we've seen this kind of shift when people are now more interested in entrepreneurship as a career. Super exciting to see that.
Yes.
I feel that I hope that continues. That's definitely exciting. Yeah.
Also, speaking about the intense insights that you've taken, right? What about the intensives that you're taking on entrepreneurship this year?
Oh yeah, right. So there's these intensive courses, right? That we are allowed to choose after our courses are done in the first semester, and these are supposed to be more packaged learning in a smaller amount of time period, so that you make the most out of it and have more free time on your hands later on. The one that I'm taking this semester is corporate entrepreneurship and business model evaluation. It's a part intensive in the sense that it is a 6-week course, so not a typical 5-day intensive that we have, but a 6-week course. I feel like I'm still doing 6 courses, so it is a lot to absorb. The faculty has guest speakers that come in every week. She has assignments for us every week.
So this is corporate entrepreneurship?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And we present every week. So
Wow.
we present to her and almost always an external panelist every week. And we get great feedback on our decks, on our presentations, on our ideas, on our innovation, the due diligence involved. There are so many aspects. And of course, you have to manage that with your other classes, your group projects, and internships, right? So definitely a lot to absorb. Something that I would recommend everyone go through, because even though it's really intense, it's the most learning you can have in that short amount of period. Right? So definitely great. Still a lot of work.
Stressful.
Yeah.
As I said, you used to work at the marketing side, right, in your company, right? But the valuation sounds more like the financial kind of thing, right? So why do you think you should take this course?
The valuation part, actually, the corporate the course is not just about business model evaluation. So it's not really actually geared towards just finance audience. There is a financial aspect to it. So that's where I really lean on my cohort mates. I will be the first to admit I don't know jack shit about finance, right? Because I do not have a financial background. But then there are people in the cohort that have such a strong financial understanding, right? And working with them, it's just natural, right? You have to you end up learning a lot, even from the simple things that they do, right? The things that come naturally to them. So yeah, that is where I feel like the real takeaways from a group project or like a group setting comes in. So I'm curious, right? Why did you guys choose NUS? Were there other business schools that you considered, European, US business schools? Was that also something you were thinking about?
You don't want to hear me for that because NUS was my only option. I only applied to NUS because I didn't want to go through all the visa and everything because I was a PR and then I'm like, okay, easy thing, just like get started with my MBA here. So yeah, I mean, I just when I thought of MBA, NUS was on my mind. Yeah, that's it.
I see. That's really clarity. That's clarity that I strive for. Right? What are you Tom?
For me, I have two reasons to choose NUS. One, when I choose the school, I cared about the reputation, the school's reputation as well. Another one is about the geographic sake. Is in Singapore, as I said, Singapore should be the hub in Asian business environment, right? Then, as I also said, I failed to expand our company's business into the Asian market. Then, I have to pick the school in the Asian country. Then Singapore should be the hub. So I go to Singapore. Then I have to choose 3 right schools in Singapore. Then NUS should be the highest reputation in Singapore. That's why I chose it.
Definitely, yeah.
I also, as I also mentioned, the ecosystem, like startup ecosystem in Singapore is really developed. So there are a lot of acceleration program, VC stuff in Singapore as well. So I want to be one who can support the Japanese startup company into going into Asian company, right? Indian countries, right? So I think I can get a lot of opportunities to be that kind of person in NUS. So that's the reason why I choose that.
I see. I feel like your narrative is so tied up.
Yeah. I like the structure. I completely like the structure of the research he's done.
What are you, Rashid?
So for me, it was definitely not this well researched, right? But I definitely agree with your point about how Southeast Asia is poised to be the hub for innovation in the coming years. I feel like the US, I don't know if I should say that, but the US has had its run, and yes, that is definitely what I believe. The Silicon Valley has peaked. And where the real growth is at now is Southeast Asia, right? Markets like China, India, these are the markets that are to look out for. So this is one of the prime reasons that I wanted to pursue an education here, and definitely an MBA, right? Because it's a really geographically dependent course to pursue. So definitely about that. Did you also research about Block 71, NUS Enterprise, all these structures?
Even before getting here.
I actually knew about it before applying to NUS. Actually, yeah. Yeah, because I looked for some acceleration program in Singapore to expand our business, right? So I already knew about the Block 71 and NUS.
Love that. I feel like so many of even the people inside our cohort didn't know about these offerings, acceleration programs that NUS had. So I guess research really does pay off. Yeah, working. Yeah, I think so. What about the exit strategy? So as founders, we talk about exit strategy a lot. What about this exit from the MBA? What are your thoughts on that?
That's a good question.
Important.
I mean, yeah, I have also 2 reasons for that. One reason is for about my private thing, because I want to live in foreign, overseas. I want to go out of Japan in the future. That's what I thought. Since I was a university student. So I mean, if I can find a job here, I can move to Singapore as well. I can bring my wife to Singapore as well, which is really good for me. That's one reason. Then also, if I can graduate from NUS MBA, I would like to work in startup company, the Japanese startup company as well, because as I said, I failed to do it before MBA. So I try to make it successful next time. Yeah, that's what I really want to do in the future.
Makes a lot of sense. And no, I'm sure you will graduate from this program. That should not be an if. I mean, to be fair, I feel like NUS really does provide us with the flexibility to really create our own MBA journey. And I feel like that is something that.
What about you guys?
For me, I definitely want to be in the corporate for a bit before I completely switch into my entrepreneurial journey. Yes, because I think corporate also helps us to build new skills, network,
Yeah.
like start managing bigger teams, so that later maybe it'll all be useful when I build something meaningful later in my life. Yeah, I think I just want to like gain even more experience through corporate. So I just want to be in the corporate for a bit. Also while doing a couple of ventures on the side, and then finally when it's time I'll completely switch. Yes.
I see. Yeah, that sounds fair. I feel like there is definitely learnings to be had from both worlds. For me, it's almost straightforward and not so because at the same time I want the objective for me is to build something for the Southeast Asian market, right? I want to identify gaps and plug those if possible, but not straightforward because identifying gaps and executing them in the right manner is what it's all about, right? Is what entrepreneurship is all about. So yeah, that's that's what I'm looking to do for sure.
Amazing.
That's good. Yeah.
I had a good time speaking to you all. It
Oh,
was so
absolutely.
lovely.
Yeah, definitely great
Yeah.
to chat and learn about you. Yeah.
Great. So that's it, guys.
I hope it's worth to watch it.
Yes. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you are interested in NUS MBA, please reach out to us.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So see you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.